I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're speaking with Randy Vanderhoofven, a former U.S. Marine whose service began back in 1969. He has interwoven the profound experiences of his military service with his deep spiritual journey into the fabric of his writings. In his latest book, The Vision, Something Seen Through a Supernatural Event, the author explores themes ranging from his time in Vietnam to his exploration of the highest spiritual dimension, along with original poetry and song. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put him in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support writers like him by subscribing to our channel. Randy, good to see you today, sir.
Thank you. Good to see you.
And thank you for your service to our country. I truly enjoyed your book. Let's give the folks at home an overview. Tell them what it's all about. Give them the big picture.
You want a picture of the second book, right?
The Vision, Something Seen Through a Supernatural Event.
Oh, man, I tell you. Yes, I had vision for about 4 years, no, 3 years, two years. And all of a sudden, wham, the light comes on and there's Jesus Christ. But he wasn't looking at me. And I looked to see what he was looking at. It was a door that looked like that, and a tile, and people walk on boards, 4, 5, 6 boards, around the surface, plants, and looking up the wall become a wall. And I looked back at Jesus, and he still wouldn't look at me but he said, "Follow me." And then I didn't lose another thing, another dimension. I sat at the wall, or sitting by the grass, and green. It was so green. It was beautiful, and water. It was so neat. And I went to sit down, but I couldn't. I was spirit. I was spirit. Next, I looked to the left. There were grass, 10 miles out there, give or take. And but somebody should have put a mountain out there. And I said mountain. I felt my hand jerk, and I looked at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches wide, 4 inches high, and 1.5 inch. And I looked at the door, and there was a beautiful the mountain about. And so I took it and I started to put it, and I set it, and it was there. It was there. 20 miles away, 1, 2, 3 miles of height. Oh, now if somebody had taken a mountain and wanted to build a mountain, they would have to be 75 million or 150 million. But it would grow. But this mountain, man, it's there. And then you look up, the sky is beautiful, it's blue and water and just whatever, everything is just beautiful, much more beautiful than it is here. And but there's something wrong. There was a picture of sun. I didn't see a sun. I looked around and around, and I couldn't do 2 rounds, and I couldn't see the down. But it was God, and God freaks and roaring out and goes, oh man, he could, and wow. Now, if there's, this is a fourth story. If there's and we start here in this thing, when somebody wanted a light, they could see, they could do whatever they wanted to. But if the light went out, that was it. This was dark. In my dimension, the light goes out from their eyes, from their eyes. And you could see everything for a million years, for a billion years, and that would just be a it. And wow, it's a now there was seven, oh, six, five, four, three, two, three stories.
Mm.
You've only seen four. That's nine stories left for you to speak. Oh, that was good.
Amazing, amazing. So that must have been a transformative experience that changed the way you looked at life, the way you looked at the world, the way you looked at yourself after having a vision such as that.
Oh, that's where that's true. And you heard everything, and it's you beauty. I was in yesterday. I was riding a scooter, and a policeman stopped a car, and he heard rolled me over, and I docked him. He asked me for this a, a wreck somewhere for the last day or two. Well, I had one pretty close, pretty weak, and but and then he started. Well, is that a Marine on your hat? I said, well, yeah, it is. Well, thank you for your service. And I sent him my shirt. But yeah, go ahead.
Amazing, amazing. What was it like putting down this vision into a book? I mean, it's hard to describe all that you saw, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was difficult. It took 2 years,
Hmm.
and to start pinting. And I I have some things I want to pull out and rework.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's good. It's good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I really enjoyed it, that's for sure. Now you have another book, the first book. Why don't you tell us the name of that book and what that's about?
Oh, it's the the region, the let's see, the region crest, go something like that, something like that.
Hmm.
And it was really tough getting a hold of it, but it took about a year and a half to do out till I got that one. And
Wow.
wow, it just a really good book. Huh.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, I'm glad you're such a great writer. How long did you serve in the Marines, sir?
I was in 21 months and 6 days, and I couldn't get out.
Fast enough, right? You were there during the
Yeah.
Vietnam War. You saw combat and all that during the Vietnam War?
Yes, there is. In fact, I'm going to tell you one story about
Uh-huh.
it. Me and a guy named Dan in Northern California got up one morning. He said, "Let's go on a walk on a convoy." I said, "Well, let's go now and see." They said down to the Route T, and we said four and 16 trucks. Some were little and some were longer,
Hmm.
but had 14, 16 trucks, and give or take. And he said, "Hey, what is that up there? There's a ring up on top of that big front, the truck." And arrived in the first front. And I said, "I don't know what it is." And then about that time, this guy gets out with a 50 caliber, 50 caliber 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50s. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was some. So we started off, and we were in Da Nang then, and we were going 56 miles, you know, and on the way was a bridge, and oh, it was a mighty bridge. Well, it was at least fourth of a mile, but not quite near a half mile,
Hmm.
and concrete, all concrete. And we went across that. That was okay. And pull in this other deal, and took us 6 hours. Boy, we just took everybody insane. But um, uh, I had my 16 on the right, and Dan had his 16 on the left, and
Hmm.
every truck had two 16s, two Manus 16s. Uh, so we, gosh, that was 30 16s, and
Hmm.
boy, that was a lot. That was a lot. And
Amazing.
made it down there at 6 hours, and pulled in, and kind of had a big whatever it was, and then we went to bed, and then we got up the next morning, and do you know what? Somebody let two two I don't know how many gooks it was, North Vietnamese gooks. They blew the bridge up. They
Wow.
blew the bridge up.
Amazing.
So it was
Amazing.
2 hours, and we had a C-130 come in,
Yeah.
and
Amazing.
uh, we took off, and we landed 26 minutes later, and they was done.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, you are quite a storyteller, and you can tell that with your writing. Randy Vanderhoofven has written a fantastic book. It is called The Vision, Something Seen Through a Supernatural Event. It's a wonderful book. It is a life-changing book. It is a spiritual journey. It is a vision that changed his life and will likely change your life as well if you take the time to read it. Randy, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.